Health insurance, it's one of those things we all know we should have, but when it comes to actually buying it, we are overwhelmed with jargon, conflicting advice, and the fine print that seems designed to confuse. That's 40,000 spent to save just how much? 2,000 on premiums. They will proportionately reduce the entire claim amount.
Many Indians are struggling with their health insurance claims.
The real test of a health insurance plan isn't the brochure or premium. You might have a 10 lakh health insurance policy and you might feel very safe. But during a hospitalization, the insurer covers only 2 lakhs. Why? Health insurance, it's one of those things we all know we should have, but when it comes to actually buying it, we are overwhelmed with jargon, conflicting advice, and the fine print that seems designed to confuse. So where do you begin? Right here. I'm Kapil, I'm the director of Enrichwise Insurance Broking Services Private Limited, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through the real practical aspects of health insurance. Not just the features, but how they impact you and your family in real life scenarios. Let's go. Point number 1, co-payment clauses. Now imagine this. You're offered a 5 lakh health insurance policy for 7,000 a year. Then the agent says you can reduce your premium to 5,000. All you need to do is agree to a 20% co-payment. So that sounds very reasonable, right? But until you're actually hospitalized, you'll realize where the problem lies. Let's say your bill is 2 lakhs. With a 20% copay, you'll have to pay 40,000 from your own pocket. That's 40,000 spent to save just how much? 2,000 on premiums. Over time, that's not saving, it's a loss actually. At Enrichwise, we always advise against co-payment clauses because you deserve complete protection, not compromises. Point number 2, room rent limits. Very important. Most people don't pay attention to this, but this is very critical. Let's say your policy has a room rent limit of 1% of the sum insured. With a 5 lakh plan, what's going to happen is it comes to about 5,000 rupees per day. Now imagine you choose a room that costs 10,000 per day. Naturally, you'd expect to pay 5,000 difference per day, right? Unfortunately, that's not how it works. If you exceed your room rent limit, the insurance company won't just reduce your room cost reimbursement. They will proportionately reduce the entire claim amount. So if a total bill comes to 1 lakh, the insurer will only cover 50%, 50,000 rupees only in this case. You'll have to pay the rest. We call this benefit dilution, and it's one of the most common and most costly mistake made by policyholders across India. A good policy, or as we call it Enrichwise, a KAVACH grade plan has no room rent cap. Make sure your policy also doesn't have this either. Point number 3, disease specific sublimits. You might have a 10 lakh health insurance policy and you might feel very safe. But during a hospitalization, say a slip disc, the insurer covers only 2 lakhs. Why? Because your policy had a disease-wise sublimit which caps how much can be claimed for certain medical conditions regardless of your overall sum insured. This is often the reason why some policies have unusually low premiums, especially when you buy them online, and which get sold because of low premiums. The insurer is not being generous, my dear friend. They are simply restricting coverage through these hidden clauses. Always check for these sublimits. Conditions like cataract, knee replacement, and heart surgeries are often affected by this. Point number 4, which you should be aware about, is a waiting period. There are 3 key types of waiting period you need to understand. Initial waiting period, usually 30 days. This waiting period is about 30 days. No claims are admissible during this time unless it's for an accident. The second is pre-existing disease waiting period. If you already have diabetes, blood pressure, or thyroid issues, or any pre-existing disease, they are typically not covered for 2 to 4 years. The third is specific disease waiting period. For any special conditions like hernia, tonsillitis, or kidney stones, coverage usually kicks in only after 1 or 2 years. These waiting periods are standard across the industry. Your goal should be to choose a policy with the shortest possible waiting periods, obviously, especially for pre-existing conditions. Because when your coverage is delayed, the risk is always knocking at your door. Point number 5, restoration benefit. Let's say you have a 5 lakh policy. You're hospitalized and end up using 4.5 lakhs. Later that same year, a second hospitalization, if it were to occur, now what will happen? You had only 50,000 rupees left. But if your policy has a restoration benefit, the original 5 lakh sum assured gets automatically refilled, allowing you to claim again more than 50k. It can be 2, 3, 4 lakhs, up to 5 lakhs. Some policies allow only 1 restoration per year, others allow multiple. Some restricted to different illnesses only. The best policies, the ones we recommend at Enrichwise under the KAVACH framework, offer unlimited unrestricted restoration. It's one of the most valuable features you can have, especially in families where multiple members are covered under a single plan. Point number 6, no claim bonus. If you go a year without making a claim, you stay healthy. Many insurers are going to like this. They will increase your coverage through a no claim bonus. In high quality plans, this can be as much as 50% per year, going up to double your original sum insured over time. For example, a 5 lakh plan can grow to 7.5 lakh or even 10 lakhs in just a few years. But here's the catch. Some policies reset your bonus completely if you make even one claim. That's why we also recommend cumulative bonus plans that continue building your cover even if you had made a minor claim. A well-structured bonus feature is a hallmark of what we call a KAVACH compliant policy at Enrichwise. Protection that grows with your life. Point number 7, pre and post hospitalization on coverage. Medical expenses don't begin or end at the hospital doors, do they? No. MRIs, blood work, consultation, etc. all these happen before admission and often they last longer much after you're discharged. That's why you need a policy that covers at least 60 days before and 90 days after hospitalization. Most substandard policies, mind you, substandard policies where the premiums are low have bare minimum coverage in this area. But at Enrichwise, we ensure that every KAVACH grade recommendation includes robust pre and post hospitalization coverage because recovery isn't instant. It takes time. Point number 8, daycare and domiciliary treatments, which nowadays we are seeing that across a lot of clients. Not all treatments require 24-hour admission. Treatments like dialysis, chemotherapy, cataract surgery, etc. are often same-day procedures. Unless your policy includes daycare coverage, these expenses may be denied. Similarly, domiciliary hospitalization, treatment at home due to lack of hospital beds or patient condition, senior citizens is becoming increasingly very common. The pandemic showed us just how important this is. At Enrichwise, the recommended plans under KAVACH guidelines, we include both daycare and domiciliary benefits. We don't compromise when it comes to your access to care. Point number 9, alternative treatments and annual checkups. Many people do prefer Ayurveda and other kinds of treatments. And while they may seem affordable, a single course of therapy can cost as high as 25K or more. The good news is many insurers now are recognizing this and covering these alternative treatments as part of their add-on features, as long as they are taken at certified institutions. Also look for annual health checkups. It's a small feature, but it shows whether your insurer believes in prevention, not just claims. The real test of a health insurance plan isn't the brochure or premium. It's how it performs in the hospital room when things are tense and uncertain. At Enrichwise Insure, our mission is very simple: to help you understand your options, clarify your risks, and guide you towards a policy that truly protects you. We believe in informed choices because when you truly understand your health cover, that's when it becomes your KAVACH. If you'd like to explore your options or just even review your policy, you already have. Book a free advisory call. Link is in the description below. Comment your queries below and follow Enrichwise for more such insights.